Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Today I want to talk about the new feature for the groove that has been added to samples. It doesn't allow us to do everything with groove that you might be able to do in like an Ableton Live or something else, but it does allow us to do some fun things. So right now I've got just the what you would have installed for your factory sounds, and I've been messing around with one of them. Let's get in here. So if you are familiar with this pad 2, you can already probably hear it's got like, sounds a little different, a little time stretched and all that fun stuff. Anyway, if you want to get in and mess around with groove while you're in the pitch and speed menu, just hold down roll and you'll see we can turn groove off and it will sound probably the way you expect it to sound. And I've got loop on, it's going to play forever. So what's going on here? Well, a few things. We can go either an 8th or 16th note changes. So if it says 8, it's going to try and shift the notes for 8th notes. And if it says 16, it's going to do it for 16th notes. And the single arrow is basically saying it's going to shift it like closer to the previous beat a little bit. If you got double arrows, it's going to shift it more. And similarly, if it's got the right kind of triangle or arrow, it's going to shift it towards the next beat for the even beats, a little bit more towards the next beat or a lot towards it. So you can get like some pretty fun things. And then the rate is just kind of adjusting how quickly it is kind of shifting into the next sound or not. And Humanize is going to give you like a little bit more randomization for like a low amount. It's just going to like once in a while or just be a little bit off for the sound randomly for where it's kind of shifting it. So important things are you got to make sure that you have the BPM set correctly for your pad or sample, but we can do fun things with like, we'll turn humanization off. And if we turn rate up, hopefully if you got headphones, you can hear it. It's kind of shifting it a little bit. It's playing those notes a little earlier than you might expect. And if we go with the double arrow, it really shifts them. And we can go to 16th. It's going to do the same thing to those even 16th notes instead of the 8th. And again, like you can play this and like really shuffle things around. So if you like that sound, go for it. And as I said, Humanize is going to kind of take you, so it's going to just change subtly at a high, well, high it's going to be less subtle, but low would be a pretty subtle amount of change there as it's going over and over and repeating. So if you just want to make sure it doesn't sound exactly the same, you probably want to try Humanize. And yeah, that's pretty much it to this. So again, we'll just do another one. Like we got like this loop here. It's going to behave differently and sound differently if we come into pitch and speed. Right now we've got off, rate 8 off, so it's not doing anything. But if we start playing it, you can hear it's like kind of adding in some artifacts. Whether you like them or not will depend. But a good thing to know is it's depending on what algorithm you have is going to affect how it's changing the stretch. So right now we got vinyl. You might want to turn vinyl, instead of using vinyl, use Verispeed, like either backing or ensemble. Because it's going to change the tonality and approach that it's using for how it's doing that time stretch. So it's good to know that if you don't like the initial sound, you still can come in here and change out to whether you want to use vinyl or the Verispeed. Beyond that, let's go find. Yeah, we can do like this. So we'll just get like some drums. Get a little louder. So again, like we can come in here, tap roll, get like some groove going. We want to So you can hear it's got like, it's kind of rushing, speeding up, slowing down. Part of that's from the humanize. Part of that's from the groove setting that we've got here. But you can get kind of a different feel for your groove or rhythm that you get going. And this is a good way to kind of bring in some different sound and alter some of the sounds for how you got things going. And again, right now we got vinyl, but you might find you want to change to backing or ensemble. Like for this one, backing sounds better to me because it's going to hit more of those transients and kind of work with those. But beyond that, I don't know that there's a whole lot more to this feature to go over at the moment. If I think of something else, I'll add it into some future videos. But I just want to say thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And, you know, play around with these new features. There's some pretty interesting things you could do with them. Thanks, everybody, and peace.